We're made to believe that we're invincible, but it's not until you're faced with really difficult times and you realise that life is precious.
Adult male trauma.
He's got a partial degloving of both hands.
St George's, ETA 10 minutes.
He's got head on into a bus.
Almost totally amputated. I'm not joking.
We're always so busy.
Well, they're open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
St George's, London.
Welcome to the madhouse.
One of Britain's busiest A&E departments.
Right, CT are ready.
We need 2 units of O&A now.
OK, this is really time critical. It's our job to look after you and worry about you.
That we're going to find out what's going on with you, OK?
Thank you.
A place where life,
Success.
love,
She's all right. She's all right.
and loss unfold every single day.
Love you.
Filmed across one 24-hour period, these are the stories of a nation and its health service.
Brave little man.
I'll never fully understand how people manage to get through one of the worst things they've ever had to deal with in their life.
God, I can't believe this has happened. So brave, isn't it?
You see people from every single walk of life, and it makes you realise the common threads of humanity far outweigh any differences.
Dad has always had a passion for outdoorsy kind of things. He's always just thrown himself headlong into everything that he does, be that gliding or mountain biking. Whatever he does, he does with gusto. At the forefront of his mind it would be, why can't I do these things? It's all part of his wanting to stay young.
St George's. Medical or trauma? Land or air?
A 71-year-old man is being airlifted to St George's after a cycling accident.
Adult male trauma, 15 minutes. Hi, adult trauma to resus and helipad activation, please. For him, we've got a trauma coming by air.
If it's a HAMS call, everyone is more apprehensive, but then more focused.
It's going direct to CT.
A certain level of stress brings the best out of you.
The man has suspected head and chest injuries after being thrown from his bicycle at speed.
A cyclist is quite exposed. They can have injuries to chest, pelvis, head injuries. Even if someone who's had a helmet on, it can still be life-threatening.
On the day of the accident, my phone rang and it was my wife. She said there's 2 policemen on the doorstep and they were telling her that Dad was being airlifted to hospital. We knew the bike was involved. Just tiny pieces of information. He's off it. He's going to hospital. You need to go there now. It was very scary. It was a horrible feeling, not knowing exactly what had happened.
Hi there.
Hello.
Perfect.
This is Jeremy, 71. 90 minutes ago, he was cycling down a pavement, down a hill, collided with a bin, went over the top, seemed to be properly inverted, landing on his left side. Initially confused, complaining throughout of left-sided chest pain. On examination, he has got palpable rib fractures, left-hand side. Interventions, he said 4 of ondansetron and 50 of fentanyl.
So he was wearing a helmet?
Helmet, it's just there.
Is it damaged? Oh, yeah. In a cycling accident, if the energy breaks the helmet, then there might be a serious injury to the brain.
Yeah.
So ready, steady, brace.
Thank you.
Perfect. Now you can put the neck collar, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
We think about bleeding. Bleeding can be outside the brain, compressing the brain. Bleeding can be inside the brain. These are injuries that can cause death straight away. Okay, let's scan it.
It is as if time stands still when you're in that situation. You want it to go as quickly as possible because you just want to get there and find out what's happening. But it's probably the longest tube journey of my life. We've been through a fair bit as a family, so my first thought was, not you. This is not happening. You're not allowed to die now.
It's pretty fit for 71, isn't it?
It's an athlete.
Jeremy is in A&E after a bike collision at speed.
Multiple left-sided rib fractures, yeah.
He needs an urgent CT scan to check for head and chest injuries.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
Dad is quite unusual for his age. Energetic, fit as a fiddle. In his head, I think Dad's probably thinks he's about 22. When we were in New Zealand a few years ago, he booked us all to go on a skydive, which Mum was horrified about. Dad was first of the queue. Very community-spirited. He signed up to this agency where when people go on holiday, they can send their dogs to him to look after. He takes them out every day, takes them everywhere with him. We were brought up with boxers. I did all my teething on our first one's ears, apparently. He likes the companionship of a dog, and he likes the excuse to get out and walk and exercise. He doesn't want to be a doddery old man.
Thanks very much.
It's, I suppose, an unwillingness to grow old.
How's your pain? Oh. Is it sore, still sore? Maybe we can give you some more morphine, okay?
Dad was a chartered secretary. Mum worked at the company Dad was working for. It must have been love at first sight. They'd only known each other for about 2 weeks, I think, when they got married. I would say that they were definitely soulmates. They always had fun together. They had loads of friends, lots of parties. They were in their late 20s when they had Alex, and then 5 years later, they had me.
Sharp scratch, yeah?
We used to have some really good fun on holidays. One camping holiday in Wales, I think it was, the weather was absolutely dreadful. There were slugs all over the tent. Dad was getting them off with a little shovel and flicking them away. Mum ended up sleeping in the car. And at the time, you think this is abject misery. A few years go by and you start thinking back about the way you cope in those situations, and it's actually quite funny. I think a good, strong family unit always come out the other side of it smiling.
We're just going to get your family now, okay?
Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Oh, dear.
How did you know?
Well, the police told Rachel and she rang me.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Take difficult ones.
Oh, don't be silly. Alex is on his way as well.
I think when you're young, you always have the feeling that your parents are invincible. You don't really understand about mortality, I think, until it comes along and slaps you in the face. It's a bit of a wake-up call.
I was on the way to work this morning, listening to Heart. A bit of Spice Girls came on, didn't it? Got me right in a mood, didn't it? I was singing, I was dancing. Wait for it, it's going to drop. She's got the hip movements ready. There you go.
Stop bending it. You're making it bleed again.
Where? Over here? Yeah, that's true.
You actually smell like a brewery.
I know, I stink of wine.
James.
That's me.
Oh, perfect.
Thanks.
Hiya, come in. You got the door, yeah? Thank you.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Lovely. Take your seat.
Okay,
Come in, shut the door. Right, looks like you've been in the wars a little bit there. Tell me what's been happening.
Okay, so I was skating home and I had a bottle of wine in my hand.
Okay.
And then my skateboard kind of hit the side of the road and I like fell onto the bottle of wine and it smashed.
Okay.
And yeah, it just like sunk itself into me. Then I think, yeah, I really think it's the shame that hurts more than the,
really?
the actual
Your
glass.
pride is,
yeah,
pride
really,
has been
that's
hit.
shattered, really.
not the bottle of wine. So
Um,
you got a wound on the arm here, have you?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
And then on your hand there?
I think, yeah, it's just that tiny cut.
Fine. On the right.
You've got some on your...
Oh, yeah, I must have a little, like, graze over there.
Oh, fine.
Yeah,
And
a stink of wine as well.
That's
No
all right.
offense.
What sort of wine was it?
It was a red wine.
And was the wine for both you guys?
No, that's we actually kind of met when I fell onto a
Oh,
bottle
no
of
way.
wine.
Yeah. Okay.
And then yeah, Amy was kind enough to accompany me.
So while you were a damsel in distress, this
Yes.
lady helped you out.
I'm the heroine of the story.
And now you've come to spend your Monday night in A&E.
Exactly.
He was a complete stranger. I was working in Patisserie Valerie, the cafe. I've just done a double shift. James came in. There was a lot of blood.
I just want to see what it looks like.
The cut looked really, really deep. I remember being really happy that I had mopped the floor and it was really nice and shiny. He got blood all over the floor.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just knocking it a little bit. Yeah.
We only had napkins, but we managed to bandage it up enough to be able to hop into an Uber and get to the hospital.
Oh, okay, nice.
There you go.
He didn't have his phone on him, so he had no one to call. He's from South Africa. Didn't have any friends in the area. He was just on his own. It looked really bad. I was quite worried about him. I thought it was better that somebody goes with him than him be on his own, bless him.
Kind of taken the whole skin there off, haven't you?
Yeah.
He was very funny. He was so lovely. Just felt like we had been friends for years. Yeah, it was just really strange. And I remember the Uber driver asking how long we'd known each other, and we were both just sort of saying, well, all of about 20 minutes, to be honest.
You'll need an X-ray just to make sure there's no glass in there.
We got him in at the hospital and I got him all signed up and he said, oh, you can leave, it's not a problem. And I was just looking around and, I mean, you just can't leave somebody in that situation.
So yeah, you're going to the right, sir.
It's never nice when you're alone.
You've got like a little blood bubble there.
I know, that is quite gross, actually.
Oh.
This whole thing. The whole thing is
That's
quite
disgusting.
Oh my God, Daddy's watching Lion King. I'm so jealous right now.
Can't beat The Lion King.
I love The Lion King.
Or Toy Story.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go.
Smashing.
Like that, all right?
There we go. That's a full-on needle.
That is the
isn't it?
true powder.
It'd be nice if they gave you a pint of it.
St George's. Okay, go ahead. He's fallen, did you say? Thoracic spine tenderness. 8 minutes. Thank you, bye. Bye.
An 82-year-old man is being rushed to St George's after falling down the stairs at home.
Adult male trauma call, ETA 8 minutes.
The man's son is travelling with him.
I worry about my dad a lot, and because he lives on his own, because the stairs are so steep, to have an 82-year-old man come down 13 stairs it's been my worst nightmare. I was in my van, had a phone call from my wife. She said, "We've got to go down your dad's. He's had an accident." I got up to my dad's in about 10 minutes. As I put the key in the door, my heart's pounding. Found him in a pile at the end of the stairs. He was in so much pain. He was becoming quite non-responsive. I thought he's starting to go.
Ready, ready, steady, lift. So this is Alan, he's 82. This afternoon he fell down 13 stairs. He landed on his right side. He's got ribs, injuries to the posterior, swelling, pain, deformity. He's also got tenderness in the top of his thoracic spine as well.
Alan, how are you feeling, sir? My name is Osama, I'm one of the doctors.
Just that pain in
Pain.
my back, my right side.
On the right side, is it?
Yeah.
How's that feeling there? Sorry there, sorry. He's very tender on the left chest wall. Sorry. Can I get you to breathe in and out for me?
Ah.
Sorry now.
Oh, it hurts. You want to take a deep breath?
Yeah, try again. So the air entry is reduced on the right side. Might be pneumothorax, but...
We're going into the scanner.
Injuries to the chest can be really serious. A hemothorax is blood in the chest cavity. It can impair your ability to breathe and put pressure on your heart. Could potentially be life-threatening.
My dad has taught me everything. He's kind, loving, genuine, a perfect father. He was always there. I just can't imagine my father not being there anymore. I just can't.
Alan, have you had any CT scan before?
No.
No?
Alan is in A&E after falling down a steep flight of stairs.
Come on. I don't like this waiting.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
My dad was born in Epsom in the late 1930s. He was basically a farmhand. Growing up, the money was very tight. I can remember being sent down to the local bakery to ask for yesterday's bread. I'd bring it home, my dad would soak it in water, put it in the oven. A few minutes later, you got fresh bread. Dad, he'd always be able to do something. He would say, we can't really afford a push bike for you, but we'll build one. So we'd get a frame, we'd get a couple of wheels, and we'd build a bike together. I was very lucky. I had a very lucky childhood. We've always been very close as a family. We're only a small unit. Me, my mum, my dad. I think they were trying for a child at least 10 years before I came along. But my mum had several miscarriages. If you lose one baby, that's tough. To lose two, possibly unfair. Three, you can't. How do you deal with that? You've got to deal with it with the person you love. I think, if anything, it made them stronger. It made them closer together. They were told, whatever you do, don't try for another child. It's not going to happen. It's too dangerous. They didn't listen. Then, all of a sudden, along I came. But the jubilation they must have had when this little package appeared, they must have felt elated. We've got a family. It's our family. It's our unit. I'm an only child. I've always been their first thought.
Alan.
Yes.
Hello. My name's Kat. I'm one of the doctors. I've just come to find out a bit more about what happened.
I went a bit funny, and the next thing I knew, I was going bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
Way down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Has this happened before where you've gone a bit giddy and had a collapse or had a fall?
And I've been a bit unstable just lately.
Yeah. Just recently? And who do you live with?
By myself.
By yourself? Does anybody help you at home?
My son's an absolute angel.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you happy for me to just go and tell your son what's going on? I'll just give him a quick update.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hello.
Hi.
Are you Alan's relatives?
I am,
We can
thank
take you through. He's just had a CT scan, okay? We haven't had a thorough look at it yet, so we'll come and have a chat with you when we have, okay? But for the meantime, feel free to come and keep you company.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alan, I've just brought your son in to keep you company, all right? Okay, we'll come and have a chat once we've had a full look at the report, okay?
You're pleased you come here now? You're not?
No.
Well, you weren't going to be fixed at home, was you?
I know, but it
No, your dad's and this stuff didn't know.
Yeah, you can, Throughout my childhood, I was probably closer to my mum. She was quite ill when I was growing up. She had a breakdown. And it was tough. The emotional scars, I think, all of the miscarriages played a part. But I was just too young to understand it all. You know, why was Mum crying? I don't know. Where's all your pain now then? Still in your back, obviously. Yeah. So sometimes I wouldn't go to school. She would say, I'm not quite well enough today. And I'd say, I'll stay at home, Mum. I'll look after you. I was only about 11, 12. In the time that this was going on, my dad was just a real rock. He used to come home every lunchtime to check on Mum. And I'd be upstairs, hiding. It was Mum and my little secret. Of recent years, my dad said, I knew you was up there. He was so caring to her. They both worked through it together. Over a course of time, she recovered. I am in total admiration for my father and the way he looked after the family.
Why don't you go home, Deb?
No.
No, we're not going
Don't be
anywhere.
daft.
Emergency department, good afternoon.
Seats don't get any softer.
Actually, they're not too bad. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah.
I wonder how much blood like I have lost. Like probably like not that much. Probably just looks really gruesome, but is actually just a few scratches. But
Well, you weren't dizzy.
nah,
That was all right.
Well, now that I think of it, no.
James is in A&E with Amy, who he met after injuring his arm in a skateboarding accident.
I was just having a look at your x-ray. There's no glass from what I can see on there though, so it'll need a good dressing on.
Sure.
We need to give you a good clean, don't we?
Yeah.
And we'll get you up there and go from there, all right? Are you a good skateboarder?
Pretty shite, yeah. Well, evidently so. Yeah, I kind of just looked at like a whole group of perplexed like onlookers.
Oh, was it in front of lots of people?
Yeah, I was in front of loads of people.
And then this lovely lady came and helped you out, all those
thank you
people.
so much, Amy.
I don't think of myself being a good Samaritan. Just think it's normal. I suppose going through a few things in life has made me more willing to help people.
You're gonna need a stitch in that bottom bit there, unfortunately.
Oh yes, one. At least
well, at
one
least one.
stitch.
See, I'm not a big city kind of girl. I've always lived in small towns, which I've loved, and everyone knows everyone. Everyone's really friendly with each other.
So is this the anaesthetic?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do
Nice
this.
and brave. There you go.
I know when I first moved here, I was very lonely. I was one of those people that fell into the trap that London's really big and it's bad and you shouldn't talk to strangers.
You okay?
Yeah, all good. So.
People are just always in a rush. No one ever stops to help other people. I remember walking back from work and I was crying one day just because I was having a really bad day. And someone stopped me to just check if I was okay and see what was going on. That just made me feel so much better. Yeah, it made a massive difference.
I reckon that might do the trick for us.
Okay.
I think you make some of the best friends in situations like that. A completely random encounter. It makes for a great bond because it wasn't forced, it was just how life intended. I like to believe in karma, and it's nice to be able to give back and to try and help people.
How's it feeling?
Oh, it feels great.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Good
feels
job,
Awesome.
good
Thank
job.
you so much, mate.
You're more than welcome.
Thanks everyone.
Right,
I hope I made a difference to James, and I hope that it made his experience a little bit better, knowing that there was someone there for him.
Are you guys going to keep in touch after your story tonight?
Made a friend, mate. Yeah.
And I hope that if somebody gets hurt and he's around, he'll be the first to help them out as well.
Okay. Cool beans.
You seem so happy right now.
I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa!
Hi, Fahim again from research. We've got another trauma. He's someone who's cycling hit a bin and then went over the handlebars.
Jeremy is in resus after crashing his bicycle at speed.
He's got a head injury. The left frontal lobe is suspicious.
Doctors are concerned about injuries to his head and chest and are waiting for the full results of his CT scan.
The radiologist will first give us a preliminary report and then they'll have a detailed look. Thank you. Bye.
All right then, take care.
His eldest son, Alex, has arrived to be with him.
Do we know what happened?
He seems to think he might have hit a beam, just gone straight down.
No cars involved, really?
No cars involved, no. Not until the cops turned up and they shut the road and then the helicopter brought him up here.
Is he awake?
Not really. Yeah, he's had a lot of the good stuff. Look at his helmet, though.
I think Dad was in his late 50s when he retired. Gave him some good time with Mum. They did a lot of travelling. Went to South Africa and spent some time in New Zealand as well. Both very active people, and obviously the dogs as well kept them very busy. That was all before Mum became ill.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Is it alright if I do a quick ECG on you, sir?
That'd be sure to.
We first started noticing Mum wasn't firing on all cylinders, I suppose, and she would forget things, she would repeat herself. She'd put car keys in the fridge. But Mum wouldn't accept that there was anything wrong. I think I remember hearing her say once, "I'm not doolally." But then it started to get worse. She would disappear. You know, the amount of times she was brought home by police or ambulance. I think she even had the fire brigade out once as well. Dad finally got her to go to see the GP, and then she was diagnosed with cognitive dementia. Dad was devastated. We all were.
He found it hard to talk about to start with. It must be hard to admit that the person you love has a problem.
You always, you hear about old age dementia and you think, oh, people just forget where they've put their slippers. But it's not that at all. It's a disease that gradually takes away everything about that person. I can remember the first time she didn't recognise me. And it was utterly heartbreaking. When she didn't recognise Dad, it was game over.
Okay, lovely, thanks, that's all done now.
Mum needed full-time support. Dad was the sole carer, effectively. And I think he tried to shelter us from it. Even though we were grown adults ourselves, it was very much a part of his father DNA, as it were, to protect his children.
It was a huge strain on Dad. He found it so heartbreaking.
And that was probably one of the hardest things to deal with, seeing Dad get upset.
They'd been together 49 years and she didn't know who he was.
She went downhill very, very quickly in the last 2 years of her life.
We just spent as much time as we could with her, let her know that we were there and that she was loved and wanted. And when the time came, we all said goodbye and we gave her a kiss and said, "Sleep well."
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm one of the doctors here.
Hi, Ollie, I'm his son.
His son.
And there's his other son, Alex.
Okay, hi there. It seems he's fractured quite a few ribs on the left side.
Okay.
He also has, which we weren't expecting, but the CT scan shows that there might be some bruise over the brain.
Right.
So we will refer him to the neurosurgeons.
Right.
We need to monitor, see how he goes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
I think the overwhelming sense is one of unfairness. Nobody deserves to go through that.
I think that's when he opened up a bit more and became a bit more revealing about what he was going through. Probably the time I've seen Dad the most vulnerable.
Sweetheart, I'm just going to pop this up your nose. Okay, it's going to help you breathe a little bit. You've got lovely blue eyes.
I don't need that.
Your oxygen's a little bit low at the moment.
Alan fell down a staircase at home. He's awaiting the results of a CT scan.
Hello.
Hi.
Alan,
Sorry.
can I squeeze in? We'll just tell you what's going on. Now, you have got some rib fractures on the right side. Okay, 2 or 3 of them look like they've got a bit of a break in them. There's a little bit of blood in the chest, which often happens after you break a bone, okay, and it just sits around the lung. Now, we will need to keep you in hospital overnight,
Oh,
okay?
no, God.
I think it's important that we do, okay? Just to keep an eye on this chest of yours. You're also going to need a few tests just to work out why this happened, okay? I suspect that it might be to do with your blood pressure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's not what you wanted, but I think it's important that we make sure that you're all right. Okay?
I'm sorry, but...
Hey, what are you apologising for? Don't you apologise. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I didn't want to stay here.
I know you didn't.
You've got to be sensible.
You need
about
to
it.
be
You've got-
sensible about it.
At least here, you'll get some pain relief.
So you going to look at my beans?
Yeah, I did. You got 2 or 3, ain't you?
13.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of lettuce, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm not keen on this. It's bloody rabbit food. Isn't it?
Good for you. Apparently.
So 6. So they say.
I think boys are always closer to their mums. With your father, I think it's slightly less personal. You're not quite as confiding in your father. You don't be doing that again anytime soon. Unfortunately, I think it takes something horrible to make your relationship closer. My mum passed away 2.5 years ago now. It brought my dad and myself much closer. He still misses my mum. I didn't realise quite how much he needed me. We see each other daily. But just going up and giving him a hug, just holding his hand for a few seconds, a little bit of reassurance.
Guys, your bed's ready on the ward. All right.
Thank you. You going then? Just mind where you go.
Right.
We will do.
See you later.
Take
Thanks
care.
a lot, yeah. Right. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thanks a lot.
I think you can reflect on things that happened in the past, and you can reflect on the people that you had in the past. But then when that changes, you need to focus on the people in the present.
Thank you very much.
My dad's my focus now.
Any pain in your neck at all? No. Any pins or needles or funny feeling in the hand? Okay, let's try and take this out and see how it goes. When I take this out, I'll examine you. If there is any pain or any tenderness, let me know, please, okay? Thank you. Now, how's your neck feeling? A bit stiff after this? Very good. No pain? Very good. And here? Okay, I'll take this out then. From my assessment now, there seems nothing other than that we know, the left chest wall injury. Yeah. Even the head injury, it's not obvious. The neurosurgeon are going to keep eye on him, observe him. We're going to keep him in the hospital, maybe for observation of 24 hours at least, and I'll keep you updated.
After Mum died, Dad started to do things that he hadn't been able to for so long. He could get out on his bike again, he could get out and see his friends again. Threw himself back into all the things that he enjoys doing.
This might hurt a bit. Hang on, he's going to lift the bed up for you.
So yeah, it was a relief for us to see that happen, see him getting out there again.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's not
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Will I take this out to give you some water?
It was quite strange for us to see how he developed into a single man, as it were. This eligible bachelor.
If you can find my phone in that bag.
Yeah.
Just had a great ride in a helicopter.
He's got an awful lot of friends, one of whom is Marilyn. He's known Marilyn for, I think, probably 45 years.
And Marilyn's husband died about 7 or 8 years ago, I think. So she'd been on her own for a long time. He was talking Marilyn this and Marilyn that, and going on holiday with Marilyn and another holiday with Marilyn. I said, Dad, are you in a relationship with Marilyn? I just came out with it because he was skirting around the issue. And he went, yes. He was worried to tell us because he didn't know how we'd react. And we both just went, oh, for crying out loud. We're super happy for you.
She's replied.
She's replied, so she got the message.
Oh, my poor darling, I am so very sorry for you. And then in capital letters, ambulance ride. Perhaps not on your bucket list. I will hold everything you deserve till I see you. No hug, just a ratted kiss.
Very good. They've become pretty much inseparable now, I think.
He's like a teenager again. He's talking about his girlfriend this and his girlfriend that.
I think it's nice. He deserves some happiness.
Going to what now? Going for a run.
It was such a long time where everything was a struggle. To see him happy and carefree and just enjoying himself really is really nice.
Open sesame.
I think everyone likes to hope it would have a romantic ending. He was very sweet and he did ask if we could go for a drink, which was cheeky but in pure James fashion. If I were younger and single, who knows, it could have progressed. Instead, I follow him on Instagram, so I see a lot of his crazy pictures and he seems like he's doing really well.
My dad's doing remarkably well now. He's in the garden, he grows his runner beans. Our time together now is quite precious. It's a privilege now to do the things that I need to do for him. Do a bit of shopping, help him repair the gate that he can't do on his own anymore. But he's got a new little thing for me now. He subs me out to the neighbours. Kathy needs that doing. Daisy needs a clock changing. So he just subs me out. Subcontracting.
I have no intention of slowing down. I have a new lease of life. Falling in love is wonderful the first time round. Second time round at 70 plus, it's just amazing. It really is. I suppose the simple answer to what's important is living. One has to carry on living and make sure that one is happy and make sure that people one loves and is with are happy. I think I achieve 99% of that.